Hi there to all of you viewers of Equinoxe Television. Merry Christmas in advance. Welcome to this edition of the news. Our Majesties right away. Bishops of Cameroon, just like others in some African countries, are rejecting the blessing of gay couples in the church. In various pastoral letters sent out today, the bishops of Cameroon, Nigeria and Malawi, and also those in other African countries, say marriage is between a man and a woman and only that is worthy of being blessed in church. The outings come following outrage in Africa after Pope Francis said gay couples could receive blessings in the church. Details coming up next. And also, what is the mystery behind preparing chicken on Christmas Day? Our reporters were at the Nous, détenons market. They spoke with some consumers and also sellers of chicken. We will be telling you more in this edition of the news. Viewers, those are our major stories. Details when we come back. Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for the confidence. Few days to Christmas, our reporters were at the Nous, détenons market to get to know more from sellers of the birds, chicken, and also those who came to buy. What is the mystery behind always preparing chicken during Christmas or on Christmas Day? Chicken vendors in the city of Douala expressing concerns on the slow rate at which their business is ongoing during this festive season. They say chicken is available in larger quantities, but fewer persons are available to buy. Our reporter Lucy Diengu Asia tells us she visited the Nous, détenons market and compiles the report for the news.
Few days to Christmas celebration, the demand for meat chicken and laying hens is still very slow. A chicken farmer at the Nous, détenons market in the Douala 1 subdivision says clients complain of an increase in the price of fowl.
It is very bad because the chicken is dear and the customer is not happy because the chicken is not big and the price is expensive.
1.5 kilogram of chicken that was sold at 2,500 francs now costs 4,000 francs.
For 4,000, yes. And the 2 kilo is 7,000, 6,000.
The Nous, détenons market is flooded by customers who complain they cannot afford the rising prices, mostly the price of fowl. I have gone round the market in search of fowl. I realized that the price has doubled. But as Christmas draws near, most parents have as obligation to satisfy their kids who think Christmas can't be celebrated without chicken.
I
really do not have a choice. I must buy. I have to ensure that my kids are happy on Christmas Day. It is difficult to celebrate Christmas without chicken.
That Christmas Day is not good.
Compared to meat chicken, laying hens can be seen in the market in large quantities. With most customers having as preference layers, which to them are sweet and healthy.
And now investigations have been opened here in Douala after a 40-year-old lady was discovered lifeless at the Makepe Misoke neighborhood. The investigations have been opened by elements of the 10th Police District here in Douala. And also another 29-year-old boy was found dead, electrocuted, still in Makepe Misoke. Smart Jikan Gabriel with the details of those elements.
A black day for the inhabitants of Province Quarter in the Douala 5 subdivision. The discovery of the lifeless body of 40-year-old Magu Flor took everyone by surprise in the early hours of the day. She was naked when discovered. When we got up in the morning, we discovered the lifeless body on the ground. It's a young girl who was passing by who noticed it and started shouting that she can't keep quiet. When we asked asked, then she said there was a corpse lying in the bush. The inhabitants believe she was thrown from a story building. Magu Flor, who is divorced and a mother of 3 kids, was living at her family house in the Prevoyance quarter before this incident. She discussed with her neighbors. We sat down together discussing the other day. There was nothing wrong with her. She later woke up, went inside her house, dressed and left. We didn't know where she was going to. The lifeless body of Magu Flor is now at the district hospital mortuary of Deido. Elements of the 3rd district police station have opened an investigation with some people already interrogated, but the main suspect, a resident of the house where the incident occurred, is on the run. Within the Makepe Misoke neighborhood, precisely at Ponkase, it was the lifeless body of Frankie Paul that was discovered in a room. Family members say he was electrocuted. Notwithstanding the absence of power in the neighborhood, inhabitants say the matter keeps turning, so it was in an attempt of Frankie Paul putting it off that he was electrocuted. In a space of 24 hours, 2 deaths were recorded within the Makepe Misoke neighborhood. One through electrocution, and the cause of the death of the second is still to be determined.
Sad indeed. And now on to this lead story. Bishops of Cameroon, in a 2-page document, have denounced the blessing of gay couples in the Catholic Church. According to them, blessing such couples is applauding the act which is abominable in the eyes of God. They urge homosexuals to seek the path of eternity by changing their lifestyles. Immaculate Fogwe tells us more.
Catholic bishops in Cameroon object to Pope Francis' permission on blessings for gay couples. According to them, such a decision is meant to distort the true meaning of a family. They believe to bless such is same as applauding the act, which is an abomination in the eyes of God. They go further to say homosexuality corrupts human anthropology and trivializes sexuality, family, and marriage. To them, accepting such will be a flagrant violation of the heritage of our ancestors. They unanimously say marriage is an institution that legitimizes sexual relations and procreation for the foundation of a new family, and anything different from this cannot be accepted. To them, homosexual union is not marriage, given that it is sterile, hedonistic, and a perverse bond. The bishops forbid the blessings of homosexual couples in the church. They invite homosexuals to turn away from their victimization mentality and seek the face of God. Faithful to the constant teaching of the ecclesial tradition, which declares acts of homosexuality intrinsically disordered and contrary to natural law, the Catholic bishops reiterate their disapproval of homosexuality and homosexual unions. In the same vein, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria joined their voices to say no to blessing same-sex unions and activities because it goes against God's laws, the laws of the nation, and their cultural values.
And also bishops in Malawi said no to blessing gay couples in the Catholic Church. And now on to something else. Transporters and travelers using the Banda Wom stretch of road are urging the authorities to tar or at least rehabilitate the earth road. The road is in a deplorable state and exposing the locals of Wom to several attacks. Babula Jonathan reports.
From Cameroon's northwest regional camp to Bamenda to Wom in the Menchum division is a difficult journey. Whether from Bamenda to Wom or from Wom to Bamenda, commuters have to brave the bad state of the road.
This is my 30. See, look at how the place is. A small vehicle can never climb this place until they arrange it before you can climb. And look at the ones. Those BB trucks can climb.
Even trucks like this one frequently suffer breakdown on the road. When this happens, transporters are obliged to offload the truck and the goods loaded in another vehicle or on motorbikes to continue the journey. In some areas, motorbike riders have created a bypass to avoid the deep holes on the road. Before now, the cost of transportation from Bamenda to Wom by bus had increased from 1,500 francs to 3,000 francs CFA for a journey of about 3 hours. Now 2 persons pay 20,000 francs CFA from Bamenda to Wom by motorbike, a journey of over 3 hours 30 minutes in the dry season to over 4 hours 30 minutes in the rainy season.
I don't mind the
He says some sections of the road have been upgraded. Besides the poor state of the Banda Wom Road, another problem faced by transporters is the numerous security control posts along the road.
When the money enter our hand, we use that all for control.
He says almost all the money he receives from passengers is given to security officers.
Bad.
And still in the northwest region, the Bamenda 3 municipality says revenue collection has been greatly impacted by the now 7 years armed conflict rocking the northwest region, but with a newly voted budget of over 700 million francs CFA, their focus will be water and electricity. This comes at a time the municipality is plagued by constant electricity cuts. Musa tells us more from Bamenda.
The inhabitants of Bamenda 3 municipality say their roads are getting better due to maintenance works by the council. They, however, say they have stayed for months without electricity supply and wish that the over 700 million voted as budget for the Bamenda 3 council for 2024 could prioritize and make better their electricity supply.
Electricity is the principal source of development because it is electricity that will power the pumps that are supposed to pump water. So the failure of electricity is it has a multiplier effect because it will affect water, it will affect all the other sectors of our municipality. So if the mayor can step in or the ministry can step in, the ministry in charge can step in, then I think the situation will be better.
Meeting during their budgetary session and this makeshift hall following an arson on the main hall, the mayor and councillors resolved to step up the provision of basic social amenities to the benefit of the population.
We are going to construct reservoirs to improve on the supply of the water to the municipality and to the constituents. We are going to also extend electricity to areas like Abango and adjacent quarters.
The budget for 2024 has witnessed an increase from 2023. The council hopes to raise the money through taxes and other support funds since the now 7 years armed conflict rocking the northwest and southwest regions has had a negative impact on revenue collection, which used to be one of the means the council used to collect developmental funds.
And in a related story, the provision of potable drinking water, farm-to-market roads, and decent educational facilities remain a challenging equation to solve within local councils in Cameroon. These and many other issues featured in council budgetary session deliberations in Bamenda 2 this time around and Cambe in the northwest region. While the Bamenda 2 council adopted a budget of 2.1 billion, the Cambe council adopted their budget of 1,100 million francs CFA. For me, I'm Strong Sander with details.
The Bamenda 2 council area, like several other municipalities in Cameroon, is faced with a disturbing lack of basic social amenities. The mayor, Chenny Peter, says his municipality needs water, improved road network, and educational facilities.
So they preview a lot of borehole. Because Bamenda doesn't have a dry land, in a borehole. The preview for do more renovation for schools will be destroyed. For give more medical equipment will be destroyed. For build more lodging for people who don't be displaced, and for getting more road equipment for CISA open roads for Bamenda because
concerns among others which conceals his development priority plan for 2024. Defending his budget of 2.1 billion 400,000 francs CFA to this effect, the mayor Chenny Peter says realization is possible considering the many partnership deals signed and the hard-working nature of councillors of the Bamenda 2 Council. Over in Kambe, in the Donga Mountain Division, still of the northwest region of Cameroon, Meshe Musa and his councillors adopted a budget of 1,159,000,000 francs CFA.
We got inspired by the way we successfully executed 2023, and we decided to meander into this 2024 budget by passing through the disposition of Article 394, subset 2, which provides that you have the budget orientation debate. That's what we held, which brought together the representatives, the stakeholders from all the main communities of our municipality. That's how we came about that budget. So we're very optimistic that, having had the population participated fully in executing 2023 and participated also fully in defining what they want for 2024, it will as well be a very successful year.
Meshe Musa says 2023 was a glorious year for Kambe Council, with several entries which will be maximized in 2024.
And now, speaking to our correspondent in Kambe, at the end of the budgetary session, Mayor Musa came back on how his council navigated through 2023. He says they have learned from their challenges to better 2024. Let's now listen to him in this excerpt selected by Informia Armstrong Sander.
About 2023 that is now behind us. It's been overall a very successful year, a year during which the Kambe Council outperform and excel in several domains. First, in terms of executing the public investment budget, we came first at the level of the region, having already executed at 100% as of the end of October. We also emerged for the second consecutive year the cleanest town in the Northwest, and at the national level we came the seat with a cash prize in terms of project that will be executed in the sum of 30 million. We also were voted the most inclusive council by the project piloted by the Christian Blind Mission, which is executed in Cameroon by the CBC Health Services. That's why we also won that prize. And lastly, we won the prize of the best practices organized by FACOM under the patronage of His Excellency, the Minister of Decentralization and Local Development. And that was just last week, the 14th of December 2023. And on the local level, you realize that the school-going population has been on the increase. The number of social projects has also been on the increase. And overall, social cohesion has actually improved. So we can say that overall, 2023 was very successful, thanks to the population, because the mayor alone is not the person who executes. It's the population that does everything. Thanks also to all the other forces, the administration, the religious, traditional rulers, and every other stakeholder.
And now we take you to Limbe, where Cameroonians have been called upon to invest or get interested in the fishing sector, which has been dominated by foreigners. The Secretary General at the Southwest Governor's Office made a call at the Nautical Arts and Fishing Institute in Limbe, from where our Southwest Regional Correspondent Davidson Maimo reports.
There is no gain in saying that the fishing sector plays a dominant role in the economy of Cameroon.
It creates employment, wealth, and ensures a steady source of animal protein.
However, the industrial fishing sector is run by foreigners who carry on with illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing within Cameroon's territorial waters.
Our maritime coastline is endowed with rich marine resources.
It's not even good for a maritime coastline occupied by foreigners.
To make things worse, the artisanal or local fishing has been equally hijacked by fishermen from Nigeria, Ghana, Benin and Togo, denying Cameroonians from fish protein, employment and wealth.
Therefore, it is imperative to train highly qualified personnel to exploit these resources in a very sustainable manner.
To mitigate the situation, Some 114 young Cameroonians train with the skills to harvest marine resources sustainably and to preserve and transform fishery resources in order to ensure quality and safety have graduated from the Limbe Nautical Art and Fishery School.
They are equipped with skills to harvest marine resources sustainably.
The training acquired here can boost our economy and financial comfort.
The Limbe Nautical Art and Fishery School, selected in 2021 as the African Union Center of Excellence for Fishery and Aquaculture, was created in 2015 by a presidential decree. It is a tertiary technical and vocational professional institute that trains Cameroonians and foreigners alike on marine engineering, fishery technology, aquaculture, industrial fishing and navigation.
Now we take you out of our national frontiers first in Niger, where France has decided to close its embassy in Niger. According to the ambassador, the embassy can no longer function normally or carry out its missions in that country. And over at the DRC, there is already the publication of partial results of the presidential election. Let's now have a roundup of the stories with Cedric Chakutu.
In Niger, France, through a press release signed by Ambassador Sylvain Etaye, has decided to permanently close its embassy in Niamey, the capital of Niger. The decision to close the French embassy in Niamey is a consequence, according to French diplomacy, of the refusal of the military authorities in power in Niger to allow the diplomatic representation to operate under normal conditions. Moreover, with this situation of closure of the diplomatic representation, France also announces the dismissal of the staff who worked there. French diplomacy nevertheless salutes the quality which the staff demonstrated during their service in this diplomatic representation. Note should be made that Niamey announced earlier on December 12th the departure of all French soldiers deployed in Niger as part of the anti-jihadist effort by December 22nd. Elsewhere in the Democratic Republic of Congo, voting operations have officially ended in a large part of the country, but the electoral process continued in several voting centers, notably those which were unable to accommodate voters earlier on Wednesday, which was polling day. Despite the logical and technical challenges encountered over the last 2 days, the CENI announces a high participation rate. Also, she invites presidential candidates to participate in the work of compiling the results to guarantee the transparency of the process. Again, she hopes for a gradual publication of the results by Friday with an aim of knowing the name of the winner before the end of the year.
And in sports, Martin Ongla has said he is disappointed the way in which he was abandoned by football officials in Cameroon. That was during the passing away of his father recently. The player's outburst comes at the time he was left out of the AFCON. Meanwhile, the 12 matches of the Elite One Championship have also started today. It ends tomorrow, Saturday. Smart Dikangi Bro with our weekend sports package.
All Elite 1 Day 12 matches will be played as planned this Saturday, apart from the match to pit Coton Sport of Garwa to Fouvazu of Yaoundé. The Yaoundé-based team encountered a breakdown 10 kilometers away from Gaoundéré on their way to Garwa. Fouvazu have requested that their match program for Saturday should be rescheduled. For this weekend at Mbappé Lepe Stadium, Avion Academy of Nkam will host Young Sports Academy. Fovu of Baham will be at home to host UMS of Loum. In Group B, the Toket Stadium will host its first game when Aigle Royal of Menua tackles Dynamo of Douala. Bamboutus FC challenges Union Sportive of Douala, while Astro of Douala hosts Apaches of Mfou. Canon Sportive of Yaoundé will offer their hospitality to Gazelle of Garwa. Two Cameroonian referees, Karine Atezambong Fomo and Guy Elvis Nupwe, have been retained by the Confederation of African Football CAF to handle matches at the AFCON. The two referees will be serving as assistant referees during the 34th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. Still within the Nations Cup, Karl Tokoe Kambi is now the latest injury scare for the Indomitable Lions. The Cameroonian international limped off the pitch before the first half break, while his club, Alba FC, took on Al Hilal. No official statement yet from Alba FC about his situation. Brian Bremo is already ruled out for the competition. Cameroon's international goalkeeper Andre Onana is the lone Cameroonian nominated for the Best Goalkeepers Award at the Globe Soccer Award. He will be tussling the trophy alongside Yacine Bounou, Thibaut Courtois, Edison, Marc Magnan and Marc-André ter Stegen. The 14th edition of the Globe Soccer Award will be held in Dubai on January 19, 2024.
Thanks, Matt. And just to indicate that Stade Rennais of Melun lost to Victoria United by 1-2, and PWD of Bamenda defeated Colombe of Jar and Lobo by 2-0 in the Day 12 advanced matches of the Elite One Championship played today. And viewers, that was what we gathered for you on this edition of the news. Thank you so much for always being there. Don't go away. Our programs continue. Equinoxe at 7 p.m. and the news in the French language at 8 p.m. Merry Christmas in advance to all our faithful viewers out there. Bye-bye for now.